Between 2016 and 2018, FEMA could not finalize disaster aid for 577,000 survivors because they could not produce proof of their own insurance. That is roughly 1 in every 11 applicants. Not a survival failure, a paperwork failure. Today we walk through the 7 documents every household should be able to grab in 15 minutes if their house is on fire, exactly where to put them, and how to drill it as a family. Total cost under $100. When a tornado, fire, or hurricane finishes with your house, the next 2 weeks are paperwork. FEMA, your insurance carrier, your bank, and your state's emergency management office all want the same thing from you. Proof of who you are, proof of what you owned, proof of what you paid for. Fail any one of those, and your claim slows by weeks. The Insurance Information Institute found that as of 2023, only 47% of homeowners had any kind of home inventory, a list, photos, or a video sitting somewhere they could pull from. The other 53% are trying to remember from the curb what was in the kitchen drawer. That is a 6-figure asset hanging on a memory under stress. The fix is not gear. The fix is 1 folder, 1 safe, and 1 Sunday afternoon. We will start with what goes in the folder, then where to put it, then how to drill it. By the end, you will have a real checklist, the right hardware, and a household that beats 15 minutes. The first 3 documents are the identity foundation. You need them to replace anything else. 1. Photo ID and driver's license. Real ID enforcement started May 7, 2025, and full enforcement lands May 5, 2027. If your driver's license is not Real ID compliant, your passport works as the alternative until then. 2. Birth certificates for every member of the household. The state of birth holds the original. Replacement runs 1 to 8 weeks depending on the state. You need a birth certificate to replace nearly every other ID you have ever had, which is why this one cannot be the link that breaks. 3. Social Security cards, or a single printed summary of every Social Security number in the family. The Social Security Administration wants ID to replace a card, but the ID rules vary by state. If you save 1 printed summary, it covers the household. Together, those 3 are the master key. Lose them, and every other replacement step takes longer. 4. Passport or passport card. Even if you do not travel internationally, a passport is the cleanest, single-document proof of citizenship and identity. Replacement is currently 4 to 6 weeks routine, 2 to 3 weeks expedited with a $60 surcharge. If you are evacuating during a major disaster, the passport speeds airport screening, identity confirmation at shelters, and any cross-border medical care. 5. Property documents. That means the deed if you own, the mortgage statement, the lease if you rent, and every vehicle title for every vehicle the household owns. FEMA's Individual Assistance Program needs proof of ownership and proof of occupancy before it issues anything. If your house is rubble, the deed in the safe is the difference between aid in 2 weeks and aid in 2 months. This is also where most families' grab folder breaks. Insurance and mortgage paperwork moved online during 2020 and 2021. Most policies are now PDF only, delivered by email, accessible only through the carrier's portal. If the towers are down or your phone burned with the house, the portal login does not help. Print the declarations page and save an offline copy in the safe alongside it. Both originals should be reachable without internet. 6. Medical information. A printed list of every prescription with dosage, every drug allergy, immunization records for the kids, and your health insurance cards photocopied front and back. Pharmacies can refill from a written list faster than they can refill from your memory under stress. Update this one at least once a year because the prescriptions change. 7. Legal and financial. Your most recent tax return, the 1040, since the IRS form is what FEMA uses to verify income for some aid programs. A list of every bank, brokerage, retirement, and credit card account. Just the account numbers and customer service phone numbers, never passwords. Your will, your durable power of attorney, and if anyone in the household has a medical advance directive, that one too. That is 7 documents: ID, birth, Social Security, passport, property, medical, legal. 6 are paper. The medical list you keep updated like a living document. Anything you keep in your phone alone, you also keep in the safe. Now where it lives. The standard for a household-grade fireproof safe is UL Class 350, 1 hour. That means the UL 72 test pushed the safe through 1700 degrees Fahrenheit for an hour, and the interior stayed under 350. 350 is the temperature paper holds up to. Anything cheaper is just a metal box with marketing on it. Fire-rated does not mean water-rated. Most fire safes are not water-rated unless separately certified, and a flooded house ruins paper inside an unrated safe in hours. Get a safe that is both, or use a waterproof zip pouch inside a fire-only safe. Either works. Placement matters. Ground floor, interior closet, away from exterior walls. Not the attic because heat rises and the attic is the hottest point in any house fire. Not the basement if you live in a flood zone. The safe should be grabbable by one adult in under 30 seconds. No ladder, no tools. Digital backup. Scan everything in the safe to a PDF, encrypt the file, and store one copy in an encrypted cloud service like 1Password's document field, Proton Drive, or Bitwarden. Store a second copy on a password-protected USB drive that lives next to the safe. Hybrid wins because each layer covers a different failure mode. Physical originals survive a power outage, the cloud copy survives a house fire, and the USB drive bridges the gap when the internet is down, but the safe is intact. One note on safe deposit boxes. Big banks have closed about 20% of theirs in the last 6 years, and they were never insured against bank losses anyway. Do not anchor your plan there. The drill. FEMA's actual published evacuation guidance says 15 minutes. Real households without practice take an hour, or never find them at all. Set a Sunday afternoon, gather the household, set a 15-minute timer, and walk through retrieving every document on the list. Can the kids open the safe? Does the lock cooperate when your hands are shaking? Is everyone certain which closet, which shelf, which container? Run the drill once a year, right after tax season, when most documents are temporarily out of the safe anyway. Update anything that has changed. Reprint insurance declarations. Refresh the medical list. Test the USB drive. A household that practices once beats a household that bought the safe and forgot it. If this helped you, hit like and subscribe. We publish one structured long like this every Friday on FlintReady, and next week we close the 30-day plan with week 4 skills. The full document checklist and the printable Sunday drill sheet are linked below. 577,000 families lost aid because of paperwork. Yours is not on that list. Stay prepared. FlintReady.com.